Get ready for this one. This is a follow-up to the first video and I want people to see what they think. So we've got two electricians. Now this guy here, he's the first guy that come. Bear that in mind. He is the first guy that came to this property. The time now, they've just been in the property. They come in about 5 to 12, okay? Bear this in mind. Consumer unit. Undid the cover. Took the cover off. 16 amp fitted instead of a 6. Right? A 16 amp's been fitted instead of a 6 amp. I asked him, oh, have you come to inspect the electrics? No, he said. We've just come to look around and make sure you're happy with everything and fit you a smoke alarm. I said, well, a smoke alarm at the bottom of the stairs has been fitted. I said, have you come to fit the extractor fan? He went, no. I said, well, it was you that said it needed one. Extractor fan, not been replaced. Same lad, the first lad that came. When he first came, he looked around the electric, he did an electric test. Remember that? He put me a new one of these in. Now underneath there's a hole where they've shoved all the wires in. When we first moved into here, the original light collapsed and hung down here, nearly hit my lad on bloody head. So they replaced it, but they replaced it with the wrong one. This is what I mean. This is what he said. That's the wrong one. I'll fit you a new one. So we took that down, replaced that for a new one. So you need one of them. Remember that. So today, supposed to be coming out to test electrics and to fit that. He'd got no idea what he'd come for. So he looked at that and I'm stood here and he pointed to that and he says, that's wrong. I says, I know. I says, when you first come here, you said to me, who's put this one here? And I said, the council did it, which they did. That's a council carbon monoxide alarm. And he said to me, it needs to be near the boiler, which was in here, okay? I said, is that vented enough and everything is perfect? He says, but you need to move that onto this wall here. I says, okay. And to be fair, I forgot to do it. So he's come today and he says, right, he says, bear in mind he was the first one that come out. Bear in mind he's been tested. So bear in mind he's come out and checked everything. And then bear in mind they've come out and put a consumer unit in and they've retested it again. Bear all this in mind, right? So as far as they's concerned, it didn't want testing until 2030. He says, oh, that's illegal. So what do you mean? So it's too close to this wall. He says, I'm surprised I've not picked up on that. I said, well, I'm not being funny, but it was you that said move that to there. So why didn't you pick up on that? He says, no. He says, so what we need to do, he says, you've got your carbon monoxide and you've got your heat and smoke, right? That's what that one is for. So he says that needs moving to here, 30 centimetres away. So I'll bring it in for 30 centimetres away from the boiler and 30 centimetres away from the wall, right? I says, okay. I says, so what are you going to do today then? Are you going to be fixing me that? Because bear in mind, I'm trying to decorate upstairs and everything. So I thought, I'll wait till they've done that, fill around it, and then I could repaint all everything out, right? No, he's not doing it, right? So the reason he's not doing it is because he's got to go in the loft, right? And obviously I've not painted this bit. I don't want the people think I'm a tramp because I've got this to plaster. So he says, I can't go in there. He says, because I need to have an asbestos test. Somebody needs to go in there and check there's no asbestos in there. So today he's supposed to come and check the electrics and replace that. But now he's come back and said, that's illegal. That needs moving to there and he needs to do an inspection test. Draw your own conclusions on that one. Because I tell you something, it's beyond belief.